Hello students. So last class we have discussed about the definition of acids and bases and how to know a given substance as acid or base by using an indicator. So already also I have conducted an activity, that is by the how to know by using olfactory indicators, then how the turmeric as a natural indicator can detect a given substance as base or not. So in today's discussion we will discuss about the properties of acids. So there are a number of properties of acids. The first property is the reaction of acids with metals. So as you can see in this diagram, so an arrangement can be made by taking a test tube. Some acids has been taken like dilute sulfuric acid, and some zinc granules have been taken here, and a tube has been fixed here which has been entered into a soap solution. It is soap solution, and when you will find that the zinc granules comes in contact with sulfuric acid, you will find that on the surface of the zinc some bubbles start evolving at a brisk rate, rapid rate. So these bubbles, when comes out through this tube and enter into the soap solution, then you will find that these gases are being filled up in the soap bubbles and start rising up. And in order to know the nature of the gas, if we are taking one burning candle and just taking near the bubbles, you will find that it started bursting with a pop sound. So the pop sound indicates the gas is hydrogen. That means metal when reacts with acids, it liberates hydrogen gas. Now here the reaction that is taking place, zinc with sulfuric acid, it forms zinc sulfate and hydrogen. So the hydrogen gas that is evolved, you can give a upward arrow to know that the gas has been evolved. So zinc being more reactive than hydrogen displaces hydrogen and forms zinc sulfate. Now the thing is whether the same reaction will take place if we will take some other acids like hydrochloric acid, nitric acid or acetic acid. So if you repeat this activity using different acids, the first case, suppose I am telling a hydrochloric acid you will take. So zinc with hydrochloric acid will have the similar reaction, zinc chloride plus hydrogen. So in this case also hydrogen gas evolves. Now if I take suppose zinc with acetic acid, in this case we will have also CH3COO whole 2 Zn plus H2. So you can multiply 2 here and your equation is getting balanced. But the rate of evolution of the gas in this case will be slow, not as rapid, as brisk as in case of hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid. Now why so? Why in case of sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acid it is at a brisk rate, but not in the case of acetic acid? Because as you know, acetic acid is an organic acid and it is a weak acid. That is, the degree of ionization of acetic acid is less or lower than that of hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid. That means the dissociation of this, or you can say the ionization of this acid will be less. That means some molecules, some are remaining in molecular state, some are in ionizing state. So those which are ionizing, that one comes out as hydrogen gas. The molecular state remains as it is. That's why the liberation or evolution of the hydrogen gas in this case will be lower. And remember one thing, in this case also if you touch the bottom of the test tube, that will be a bit warm, whether hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid. That indicates that this is an example of exothermic reaction. Now if I take, instead of suppose another acid I will take here let's say nitric acid. Now what is the reaction that will take place? If I take nitric acid, zinc with nitric acid, in this case you must be thinking that here also zinc nitrate and hydrogen will be evolving, but that is not the case. Here the zinc nitrate, the products will be zinc nitrate and nitric oxide and water. So in this case hydrogen gas will not evolve because nitric acid is an oxidizing agent. It get itself reduced to nitric oxide and nascent oxygen. So that nascent oxygen attacks the hydrogen thus liberated and becomes water. Okay, so here you may not find the evolution of hydrogen. The nitric acid, which is an oxidizing agent, for that it does not liberate hydrogen, rather the nitric oxide and water will be liberated. So I am leaving this example for you as to balance it. I am not balancing it. So typical balancing is there. So I hope that you must be, or you all must try to balance it. Okay. Now suppose taking the same metal, we have altered the acid. Now remember that in case of nitric acid, the hydrogen gas will not evolve because it is an oxidizing agent, and that is why hydrogen get oxidized to water. Okay. Now suppose some other metals will take. Suppose this sulfuric acid still remains, but we'll take some other metals. Let's say about magnesium, let's say about copper. Now in this case, what are the reactions that will take place? So magnesium, as you can see here, when reacts with sulfuric acid, the rate of evolution of hydrogen gas will be faster because magnesium is more reactive than zinc. So the rate of displacement will be faster. Products will be magnesium sulfate and hydrogen, and magnesium displaces hydrogen at a rapid rate, so the reaction becomes faster. Copper, on the other hand, it reacts with sulfuric acid. Here you will not find any bubbles coming out from the surface of the surface of the copper, because copper is less reactive than hydrogen. So here you can say no reaction occurs. No reaction in case of copper with dilute sulfuric acid. Okay. So the summary of this property, you can say, is that the reaction of metal with acid usually liberate hydrogen forming a salt, but it also depends that which metal and what type of acids you have taken. Usually active metals starting from potassium and up to, you can say, lead. That means potassium, sodium, then calcium, then your magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron. Up to that the reaction will take place. Potassium, sodium will react very vigorously with hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid. Nitric acid, the products will be different. Okay, and below iron, lead reaction is bit slower, but after that copper, mercury, silver, all the other metals below in the reactivity series, that is below lead, they will not react at all. They are not supposed to, because since their reactivity is less, they do not displace hydrogen from the dilute acid. Okay, thank you.